Up on the top. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? We back again. It's hot summer. Let's go. What's up, y'all? We back again. Good morning. Good morning. What's up, LJ? What's up, Carlos? What's up, Nikki, baby? So you in first. What's up, Swirl Girl? Fatima, what's the word, y'all? Be back again, y'all. Let's just get into it. We up. It's Thursday. People probably got stuff to do today. We're going to get into it. Shout out to everybody catching this replay and everybody in the live. Shout out to everybody. The like button, comment section. Y'all know what's up. Members only. People that purchase memberships. People that send cash apps, donations, send gifts. Good morning, everybody. We up once again. So anyway, what's up, Fatima, once again? Let's just get it. Hey, what's up, Carlos? Now, something I spoke about before, y'all gonna notice it. It's not too many women doing nothing right now. So some of y'all probably noticing that. So usually things be balanced out, but it ain't like that right now. I think a lot of women's career coming to an end. But anyway, we back at it again. What's up, Mike Flame? What's up? What's up? What's up, Brown? Let's get into it, y'all. We just gonna get into it. Let's go. All right. The topic of the day is show business. Show business. So let's go. A lot of things we're gonna speak about. One of the things that's happening now is what I already figured was gonna happen. Being that Mr. Clive is gone, now people starting to speak up and speak out like we already knew they was gonna do. Meanwhile, when he was alive, to them, he was the boogeyman. They were scared. So anyway, show business. Jay-Z allegedly has dropped. Today allegedly is the anniversary. He dropped the collection, $1,500, the box set of all the records. And now I tell y'all what's happening now is everybody that claimed to be a Jay-Z fan so much, you have to prove it now. So you have to prove it. You have to put up a shut up. I've been roasting y'all already. Some of y'all have not bought no tickets, but he got that merch out. He got some merch. He got a collection. We're gonna get into it. And then we also gonna look at some of the things I said that the truth is, y'all, a lot of y'all just fans online. Because if you don't buy this real Jay-Z collection, you're not a real fan. You're just a cheerleader. I'm talking to these dudes. Let's go. Let's just get into it, man. It's not too much going on. But y'all do know the topics of the day. Jermaine Dupri says, Clive Davis deserves a major BET tribute. They're all on YouTube, guys. So anyway, other day, like I said, Monday, whatever day it was, Clive Davis, the father of BET. What Jermaine Dupri say? It's right here. He deserves a major tribute. Now, I'm glad Jermaine Dupri said this because we can finally speak about these things because it is now so clear. All of the things that we've been talking about, whether it's past, present, or future, here's what you're going to get out of what Jermaine Dupri said out of his mouth. Now, he is 100% right, but it's only one thing. If you are in the industry and you are Black, yes, you should give him a tribute. But I also want y'all to see this. This is their real family, y'all. And when you see Jermaine Dupri, we spoke about this the other day. Who's really his family? The industry. They their own separate family. Which means what I'm trying to tell you is, you see, in Jermaine Dupri mind, Clive Davis is more of a family member than all of us. Because he's an industry baby. And that was his granddaddy. So this is what it all this is what it really was all about. See, it starts out one way, but see, when they get that money, They become their parents. They become their father figures, their role. That is their family, y'all. So understand this. By Jermaine Dupri speaking out, saying what he's saying, he's showing you his affiliations, his love has always been with the music industry, not no human beings, not nobody else. And like I said, black was a word to get you rich. And people like Jermaine Dupri were master using the word in Atlanta. But this is the bottom line. Industry, they are their own family. And he is more of a family member to them, to him, Jermaine Dupri, than anybody else. When Bow Wow in this game, Clive Davis is more of his family member than us. That's just what it is, y'all. They are their own people. So by Jermaine Dupri saying this, he's just clarifying what's already been said and what it is. Jermaine Dupri is people like you that have always chosen the industry. And another thing, Jermaine Dupri, let's get this clear. First thing first, your best song ever is Money and a Thing featuring Jay-Z. Other than that, in rap, hip-hop, you have nothing. Allegedly, you made the Brat still in Snoop Hole style. Yeah, you did your little R&B songs, but no, Jermaine Dupri, you only where you're at because of Clive Davis. So yes, you should give him a tribute. And every last one of y'all should be there because he is more of y'all family member than anybody else. All right? What I'm telling you is, Jermaine Dupri, like I tell everybody else, the black card is over now. All right? So have your BT tribute, but really, it's a funeral. Let's go. So Jermaine Dupri been getting backlash. But y'all have to understand, that's Jermaine Dupri's great-granddad. I don't think Jermaine Dupri ever had nobody else. Got it? So what they say, nah, these fools keep showing you what they really stand for. See? This is what you got to understand, y'all. It's because they don't get it. They out of their mind now. When you're quiet all this time, okay, Jermaine Dupri, you in Atlanta, whether it's political, whether it's economical, no matter what it is, Diddy trial, Diddy allegations, Jermaine Dupri, you didn't say nothing. You've been quiet. You guys been church mouses. Word is you guys been hiding under the covers. But Jermaine Dupri, every time you show your face, I promise you, crisscross will always come up. And it's always going to come up how you did them dirty. Because the word of today is show business. So some of the things we've been speaking about, which are the facts, it is the executives that are who they are, and they teach their ways to everybody else. We're going to get into that today with some other industry people. It is the executives, y'all. But if you knew your American music history, you would already know that. When you come in the game, you're a green bean, you a lame, a cornball, a youngster, you don't know nothing. The executive will turn you into who you're supposed to be. Back in the days, the executive put hands on them, smack them, do whatever they feel like it, make them cry. They did all that. That's what they do. Because to be an executive, they must have a certain control. Yeah, you're an artist. You're going to be big. They love you. You have millions of fans. Yes, you do. But don't never let it go to your head and think you're bigger than an executive. And back in the days, the executive would always put them in their place. Whether they were just doing it to play with their mind, whether they was doing it because they saw them getting big for their britches. No, it's the executive. You even saw it in movies. You saw it. Because the executive is not the star. Remember, he's not the one in front of the camera. But the executive controls the artist. And the artist controls you. So this is why the executive is the puppet master. And we're saying that because everything they're proud of in this game, they got it from somebody because they were taught. In the late 90s, when BET culture started to go to another level, you can, if you clearly do your homework, you'll see it clear. It's like they knew rap was going to go real dirty, and a lot of people ain't want it on their face. So let's go back into the time where Bob Johnson sold BET. And then remember, BET was supposed to be one type of programming. It was supposed to be clean, whatever, family oriented. Then you're going to see he stepped down. It was like a BET takeover. And then you're going to see the executives step down, people like Clive, and they let others run the show. Okay, black guys, you're going to run it now. We're going to stay out the way. And you guys are going to have this culture of filth, and that's what you're going to run it. And that's what happened. So my point is, when I told them people like Jermaine Dupri, it's no glory in Jermaine. You can talk all you want because the public don't see it that way. And plus, the whole fact is everybody know that you guys would be nobody if it wasn't for him and others. See, now as time has passed, what actually has happened through Clive Davis passing is the real power is being revealed. Meaning, these are the things I've been speaking about with this game. It's like, y'all, there's no more secrets. Everything is out because the era is over with. The jig is up. The gig is up. The magic trick is over. It was a nice story. It was fun, but it's over now. And that's why when you see people like Clive Davis pass away, he is a reflection to show you that Jermaine Dupri was never nobody anyway because he got put in position. No, his job was to watch over the Atlanta scene and the Atlanta music. That is it. And handle the youngsters. His job was to handle the young artists. That was his job. Remember, that was his perfection. Let's go. Even though what Jermaine Dupri is a straight clone. What did he say? He saw them in the mall. He saw crisscross in the mall. The whole story sound like he in the mall, grown. He allegedly saw these, and he wanted to sign them to a deal. He dresses them up. He does all this stuff. He takes from Tretch, Naughty by Nature. He taking from this one, that one. Y'all remember Jermaine Dupri was acting like he was P. Diddy on the track, talking in the background? Yeah, I like that. No, he's a straight fraud. Meaning we have no proof Jermaine Dupri got no real talent. No, he was put in position. How we know that? He didn't make no more hits no more. That's how we know. Let's go. It was called that radio back in the day. Just like to this day. When your song get played on that radio 100 times a day, it's going to be what it is. But Jermaine Dupri, here's what they saying about you. These fools keep showing what they really stand for. Dupri played crisscross. He played them. What they said? Jermaine Dupri. Devil. So when I speak about them being one family, nobody's going to like get away from it. What's up, Players Ball? Good morning, y'all. What's up, Kenneth? What's up, PJ? Good morning, y'all. Good morning. Yeah, he was in the Houdini video back in the day as a kid. And y'all got to peep what that was about. When I tell y'all, when you look at all that old rap stuff, I was looking at the old rap video yesterday, that jam on it, you're going to always see it was these grown-ups with kids. And now what you got to peep about the Houdini video, it was a bunch of grown-ups on the bus with that little youngster getting off that bus. But in reality, ain't no youngster supposed to be on the bus with all them grown-ups. You know what I'm saying? And I'm telling you, it's all in your face now. And I want y'all to just look at all that stuff now. I've been doing my homework. Look at that jam on it video. You're going to see. It was always some stuff going on. And he had them. Man, I'm going to just leave a lot of that stuff alone today. But I'm telling you, go look at that. Look at that Freaks Come Out at Night video now and watch how it look. Let's just say, like I said, here we go. I'm showing you. By Jermaine Dupri crowning Clive Davis, saying that he deserves a major BT tribute, which he does. I want you to see how Jermaine Dupri not going to get no shine. Everybody under this legacy is finished one way or another. And that's what this is based on. Meaning, Clyde going to have a better name than them, but they ain't going to have no name. Because when it all boils down, Jermaine Dupri, you wouldn't even have a nothing was for him. Same thing for the whole Atlanta scene would not have existed without him. Period. We can't say that about New York. Clyde didn't control the whole music game. Meaning, the whole New York success is not based on him, but that whole Atlanta is. TLC, Andre 3000, Outkast. We keep going. We can keep going. No, that's because of him. No, Babyface. I mean, even Babyface. No, Clive is his daddy too. No, he's Atlanta's father. That's who he is. He was your owner, not New York. So here what they saying, Jermaine Dupri. When you say give Clive a tribute, that's cool. But here's what the people say about you and all of y'all. Let's just say He taught Mr. P everything he knows. So when I said nobody's going to escape, but I ain't going to lie, a lot of people starting to wake up. Not just wake up. It's just different things going on where people taking some of the blame off the diddler and they giving him some of the fair share. And these are the things I already was seeing before Diddy went to jail. People was already saying. That's why I say it's all late. Everything is in hindsight. When Diddy was, before he went to prison, people was already saying that. It ain't just him. He got it from so-and-so. They taught him this. They made him this monster. So the only thing you know was happening the whole time Diddy was going through it, everybody was quiet about Mr. Clive. So can you now see it? And when Diddy was going through it, don't say Clive name. Shh. Nobody said Clive name. And Diddy took the heat. He took all the heat. He took heat. Like I said, in my opinion, the diddler took heat for every executive ever created. From the 1900s all the way to now. So you think of all those artists that allegedly got jerked, beat for their publishing, beat up. Y'all know about all that Sam Cooke stuff? Yeah, man, Diddy basically got blamed for all of that. He took the rap because meaning no other CEO ever got in trouble like him. That's my point. Back in the day, them CEOs got away with a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? They got away with a whole lot. And back in those days, they really was doing crazy. Get it? I ain't gonna go there, y'all. Yeah. To the men and the woman. Abusing, not just extra abuse, physical abuse as well. But anyway, and paperwork abuse. People keep forgetting when you take somebody money and you leave them broke, that's abuse. So this is what they saying about, hey, Jermaine, when you're speaking about giving Clyde a tribute, here's what they saying about Clyde and you. He's burning in hell. That's his reward now. Somebody said, how do you know? Jermaine Dupri, here's what they call you. Another P. Diddy disciple speaks. So I told y'all the way this game going down, nobody's going to escape the diddler. You can talk all y'all want. You talk all you want. Meaning nobody looks at you as clean. Nobody's going to support nothing you got financially except for your friends. But the big picture in the world is, I told you guys, the whole big picture is hip-hop is dirty. And another thing y'all must get, you still have all this Tupac stuff. You still have all this Tupac stuff. You still have all this death row, bad boy talk, East Coast, West Coast, Tupac talk. If I say it's so much going on that it's not clean, it's not put up, it's not away, it's not over. There's too much of this same era lingering around. It's nothing good. You got it? Because remember, let's go back. If we look at this, if we go back in time, right? Appreciate it, Black. If we go back into this time, and we look at the reflection it's bringing forth now, it's always an end result. The end result of this whole thing is what? We're talking about abuse, sexual deviance, and we're still talking about characters that are unalive. And it all ties into one big. Do you get this? Man, what I'm saying is, it's not over till it's over. So maybe it's about to be closed because these things have lingered so long, and we all know from rumors, allegations, to stuff that was made up, to stuff that's true. We know all the stuff that's been lingering for years, but now it's finally getting addressed. Or we at the time where all these things are resurfacing at the same time. So when Jermaine Dupri says Clive Davis deserves a major BET tribute, I'm going to tell y'all again. The rest of America and the world does not look at entertainment the way you guys do. Entertainment was you guys' culture. You lived it, you breathed it, you slept it, you talk it, you love it, you like it. That's your life. Everybody else does not think like you guys. Other people look at it as stuff you grow up on as a kid. When you become an adult, you handle life situations, and then music becomes strictly entertainment. But for you guys, like Jermaine Dupri, yes, it is your culture. Yes, it is your lifestyle. Because you raised on it from a baby. You loved it then, you love it now, and you never grew up. Therefore, we also know how you got with Janet Jackson. So my point is this, Jermaine. What they saying about you is this. You're nothing but a diddler disciple. They saying the man you're praising is burning in Hell. And I'm going to just say this, Jermaine Dupri. He does deserve a tribute, but y'all should be the ones that do it. Because without him, it would be no you. So if I was y'all should be on y'all knees. When y'all celebrate Mr. Davis on BET, it should look like a real church service. I want to see y'all crying. I want to see y'all jumping up and down. I want to see all that. Yeah, because without him, it wouldn't be nothing. Period. If he ain't investing in y'all, Atlanta be even more poor to this day. It's a fact. Oh, let me clean that up. Maybe if he never invested in y'all, maybe they was going to build a Wakanda out there. Yeah, because Jermaine Dupri, since you so proud, here goes some facts. Until all that hip-hop stuff came out there, Atlanta was predicted to be one of the #1 prominent cities for you know who. Meaning, it was not just supposed to be a city for colleges. It was supposed to be the home of the most college grads and the most successful people. But somehow, Jermaine, that all turned around. And on top of that, even as entertainers, y'all not successful no more. Let's go. No, Atlanta was supposed to be the home of prosperity, y'all. They seen it coming. They knew what happened. Atlanta was supposed to be the home of prosperity for that complexion, and they turned it to the place of failure, the home of divorce, the home of college dropouts, the home of no ownership, no businesses. That's what it is now. But see, if you know your history from the 90s, if you know what Atlanta was really supposed to be, then you'll get why it is the way it is now. And you keep listening to idiots like him that was in a video called Freaks Come Out at Night with a Jerry Curl. And I already told you guys, hey, what y'all don't get is a lot of y'all brains got cooked for them Jerry Curls back in the day. Yes, y'all brain and pineal glands was absorbing so much chemicals. This is why you guys are who you are now. I did my research on all that. It ain't just about no glue. That Jerry Curl did something to a lot of y'all brain. It's called y'all don't comprehend nothing. That's right. The Jerry Curl juice was seeping through y'all pores, and in the summer, it would turn into hot cooking grease, and y'all brains are just finished. All right? It's just what it is, man. Plus, y'all been in the house your whole life. You ain't get enough sunlight. However, amid the words of praise were those of CLIVE not so friendly side. So what's happening now is people are starting to reveal the side of Mr. Davis that was not so good. Even if some things I never heard before, or it's even some artists I didn't know was signing him, but I already said that it's a lot of people signing him. Or because remember, Arista Records and you had J Records, but I look at them the same. So look, now they speaking on it's a side of him that's not so friendly, prompting many to question how he should be remembered. Well, Jermaine Dupri said he needs to be praised. So let me make this clear what I see. Sorry to make it what it is. The people that don't love entertainment like some, they don't care about this. The people that love it, it's for y'all to praise him. When I look through everything and I don't even see their own people praising him, I'll be knowing what's up. So let's continue on, man. Because they saying, Jermaine, first thing first, you jerk crisscross. Dupri, you played the crisscross boys. They say you cheated, you took Bow Wow money. Jermaine Dupri, I'm the one that predict you're gonna get your day too one day. You think so, Jermaine? Are you? Let's think for a minute, Jermaine. Mr. CLIVE is gone. All right, your boss, your dad. Your mentor, the diddler's locked up. L.A. Reid got allegations on him. He got that dealt with. But Jermaine, what you think will happen to you? Oh, so you just think Hov gonna get accused of stuff? And Jermaine, what you think gonna happen to you? You might be the biggest Atlanta court case of all time. You might be the real Atlanta circus. See? But you keep talking. Meanwhile, what y'all don't get also is y'all granddad is not here to protect y'all no more. That's what y'all don't get. He might have been the reason why y'all been spared all these years. And now that he ain't around, y'all don't got a certain power. Because before y'all get in some trouble, y'all could call Mr. Davis with one phone call. He might get you out. Why? He a lawyer. So that's why he was done to play with. He was a lawyer. So, but now, Jermaine, you guys are on your own now. And Jermaine, every time I see your face, Somehow crisscross, Bow Wow keep coming up, which means you never escape this. Every year I see something about you in crisscross still, because the spirit of crisscross will haunt you. And I must ask you again, Jermaine, you think Bill Cosby gonna get in trouble? You think just Michael Jackson gonna get accused? So you think everybody gonna get accused, blamed, pay out, except for you, huh? We'll see. But I'll tell you one thing, Jermaine, keep on talking. Keep on talking. Keep on promoting your music. Keep it going. All right, let's go. Because it's being said. Because remember, we was not around back in the day. It's multiple dimensions of this man. But it ain't about Clyde. I know how this industry is. Meaning definitely how it used to be back then. Back then, when you see him right there, you just think, mafia. Yeah, the mafia. Remember back? Oh, y'all heard all the stories, how they'll break your leg? Y'all know what the mafia did back in the day. Yeah, they break your leg, they scare you. Man, they pop up at your house, sit outside your house. They do all type of wild, put you in the trunk, drive around, threaten to throw you over a bridge. They were doing that back then. You gonna sign that paperwork. Where you think Suge got it from? See how you praise Suge? Death Row, right? Suge, they was acting like what? Mafia. Because in the 90s, I told you, from what I see is, when they stepped down, they understood that this music industry is very dirty. And they understood that their hip-hop rap, gangster rap is even more dirty. So they knew they couldn't do nothing with it. You guys gonna handle that. You gonna get your deal. And you're gonna have your guys from the hood, your neighborhood, the thugs, the gangs, and the drug dealers. They're gonna be with y'all. And y'all gonna be the new mob. And y'all gonna handle this thing. And that's all it is. So the whole story about Suge, Vanilla Ice, that's what they were doing back in the day. Meaning it's a music industry thing, period. And this is why you must understand it is so many stories you never gonna hear. But what else you know? Back in the days, a lot of them was being found unalive. Y'all know that? No, because they were even more. Back then, no such thing as cameras, payola. They paid the police all man, back then, man, it was different. But the thing we talking about is, you must understand, this is a teaching. It's a teaching. He is the one that educated them. It's a teaching. Now let's just use our brain, common sense. So we thought this man, he just gives away money, puts people in position. Obviously, got to be a major level of trust to run his companies, right? It got to be something got to be there for something, right? So for Jermaine Dupri to sit over this music in Atlanta, this man got to trust you to a certain level, right? All right. And he is the one that mentored and taught them everything they know. Because it's not just, you know, how people talk about how, you know, certain people got robbed, they didn't get paid. It's an industry thing. That's how it goes. The executive is always supposed to get everything back in the end. That's how it's supposed to go. The artist, you're supposed to try to stop it from happening as much as possible. But that's the industry game. Meaning the executive does not just sit there, give you all that money, help you make the hit, give you everything, make you win. They don't do all of that just to sit and look cute. They do all that to get that return back. And that's why they want the mass. They want everything. You're going to get your run, but they ain't doing that just, no. The name of the game is, hopefully you will be broken in. Because they play, it's big bank, take little bank. So when you see all these artists going, it's not by mistake. A lot of them was in the game, they didn't understand. When you got in this game in the 90s, 2000s, you got millions of dollars. They cutting checks left and right. You ain't thinking it's never going to stop. Nobody in their mind ever thought the hip-hop game was going to slow up like this. Nobody never thought that. See, this is why I say it's a harsh reality. Yes, it was a multi-making company or business, but everybody's billionaires now. Everybody's 100 millionaires now off this game right here. The billions of today, the hundreds of millions today was made in the past 30 years, from the 90s, period. But people still don't comprehend that. Now look at this. Everybody is rich except for the artists. Get it? Meaning, the artists are not the most rich. Okay, if Jay-Z got that money, it's supposed to be at least 5 more like that. 4 more, 5 something. It's supposed to be 10 rappers with that much money. They made so much business moves. But it didn't happen. Because it's an executive game, man. Show business. Show business, man. You know what I'm saying? That's the name of the game. Know why it's called a show business? Because they're going to show a lot, and they ain't going to take care of their business, and they ain't going to have nothing in the end. It's the show business. Show you what I got. I just got this chain. I got this car. Got this mansion. Yeah, we in the studio right now. We gonna film it. Why you see on Instagram? Why they gonna show you everything? Take pictures, everything on these videos. They're just showing you stuff, but don't mean it's a fact. Don't mean it's official. Don't mean it means anything. Has nothing to do with talent. It's the show business. See, you just keep showing the fans stuff, but in the end, they end up broke because they didn't take care of their business. Then they start crying, right? Okay, these are the things I mean. Show business, meaning you sign that deal. They're going to give you a lot of stuff to show off. That's the concept in Cadillac Records. We give you whatever you need to show off. That's about it. You got it? So, meaning the money on you. If you don't make your money, stack your money, that's on you. We're going to give you everything you need to show off. It's show business. But the business part, the bank accounts and them checks, that's going back to the label. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. So, that's all this game is, man. And see, what y'all got to understand is 2026. Let's break this down, man. See, this is what it's all about. The crybabies. The crybabies don't want to accept. You didn't build this game. You didn't build nothing. Yeah, we could talk about hip-hop and rap. Hip-hop started in the park. Hip-hop started many ways. But when it came to business, you ain't had nothing to do with that. And this is why I went into the whole concept of everybody got rich off hip-hop. You didn't make the turntables. You didn't make the beat machine. You were not the first one to record in the studio. All right. No matter who the celebrity is, no matter how far we go back in time, they had to be taught how to play the instrument. They had to be taught about how to work the studio. They learned from many people. They learned. So when we talk about this hip-hop rap game getting started in that studio, don't forget, it's all in the beginning, hip-hop, they wasn't even making their own beats. They didn't even know how to work the drum machine. These are just facts. They didn't even know how to work the drum machine. Other so-called cultures or people and races were working on machines and showing them how to do it. Showing them how to do it. Which means, I tell you, it sounds good when you can brag about everything, but when you really sit back, you'll see. What you guys did was you worked your magic and put your energy into a lot of things we already had established. That's it. Now, if you wanted to stay pure hip-hop, y'all supposed to just stay rapping in the street on a mic. But once you got in that industry and you hit that studio and records getting pressed up and all that, no, this ain't just for you no more. It's business. So when you really go into it, you'll see something. You see how everybody cries about how they got jerked and this one happened. No, y'all was playing the game. You didn't know the game you was playing. That's all it is. And don't forget, a lot of, I'm being politically correct. You guys are the crybabies. So when you lose, you always want to cry. Meanwhile, you was playing the game, you didn't know the game you was playing. So when a lot of them took money up front, didn't check their paperwork, a lot of them sold their publishing, like I said, they ain't gonna say nothing. But then they'll flip it on the exec and say the executive robbed them. That's not always the case. It's not always the case. It's just not always. But remember, when you get in that deal and you starving, hey, let's keep it real. You don't know, hey. You just signed, you hot, you getting offered $50,000 to sell your publishing. Meanwhile, you ain't blow up yet. A lot of things you ain't even do yet. You in a situation where you need the money. That's how it goes. That's how it goes a lot. But no, this industry is a game that's been set up. For now, it's been over 100 years now. Over 100 years now. When Hollywood first started, remember, they didn't even have audio. Then they had to learn audio. When they learned audio, if y'all know film history, the original films, they used to play music to it. They used to play music throughout the movie. Live band stuff, they played the music. So this is where Hollywood and audio and video and all this stuff started to come together early 1900s. But as time went on, then you got the music industry. You got these things separating, but they still all together, but they start to branch off, but it has one basic beginning and one order. It's a certain order to the whole thing. Meaning the executives, if you think the executives are bad now, back in the day, they were worse. So they would literally disrespect the artists in front of everybody. They'll make them cry. They'll do stuff to them on purpose. They'll play mind games with them. They'll break them down. They'll do a whole lot. And then they'd be the one to tell them you're not hot no more. Sorry, we got somebody else now. And they always just show you how that guy that used to be the man, that woman, once they not hit no more, The executive turn their back on them. They go into a depression, the artists, and that's how it goes every time. Because when they told you it's a young man's game, young person's game, look at the executive. They prefer to deal with you when you're young. When you grown, you become a headache to them. That's how it always plays out. Then the executive, then the artist gets mad because now I'm grown. Damn, he don't got love for me like he did when I was 24, 28. You know what I'm saying? When I was 30, or matter of fact, when I was 19, it gave me the world. But now he act like I'm a nobody. It hurts them. But it's the game. Remember, it's called the game. But when you don't accept the game, that even at a regular job, you have to retire, you can now see why in this game, it's looked at as a mental issue now. This is what I was telling you. It's a mental issue now. See? They couldn't retire. They couldn't do nothing else. Jermaine Dupri, you didn't do nothing else. Jermaine Dupri, if I go through Atlanta right now, am I going to see you? Or am I going to see anything you established out there? And if I'm wrong, somebody let me know. And don't tell me Jermaine Dupri has been the face of Atlanta. You might as well say since the damn 80s, definitely the 90s, since 91 crisscross. Do not tell me he's been the face of Atlanta and he has nothing going on out there positive. But that'll show you who he is, because that is their family. Got it, y'all? That is their family. Industry is their own family. They was talking that talk because they get them money. That's about it. That is their family. Can you now see how they cover for each other? They be quiet for each other. That's what they do. But one thing they better do is stay in their place. All right? That's what they better do. So Jermaine Dupri, this is the thing about it. Out of all the artists Mr. Clyde had, you are the only one rushing to say people need to give him his praise. But you all right what you said, Jermaine Dupri. BET should give him a tribute because he's their father. How I know that? Duh. When Paramount bought BET, MTV, VH1, who you think was behind that? I ain't saying behind buying it. But hey, if you could figure out that guy on Making of the Band and that guy was running MTV, or should I say he was controlling the talent, when I found out that all of them went together, what's that? 106 in Park was controlled by the Diddler. Then the Diddler had Exhibit with Pimp My Ride. Remember? He linked up with Ashton Kutcher. Y'all forget, after this rap game died down, early 2000s, did he turn into the video man? He turned into the entertainment man, playing behind the scenes with MTV and all of that. When this is happening, Jay-Z is a star. But now look at, it was the industry, this guy right here, Diddy's the worker, meaning they making sure everybody get played on MTV, making sure this one get their video played. Remember back in the day, you might have shot a video, your video ain't gonna get no play. They're gonna make sure who videos get to play. It was a system. But if you want to be technical, when BET got bought, bingo. You know what I'm saying? Or let's just, I'm gonna assume it's not a fact. When BET got bought, or when we was in that early 2000s, Mr. Clyde, you're gonna run the music department. You know what I'm saying? Your artists that make the hits, they're gonna be the ones on that TV. Top of the top, everybody. Let's go. So you got it, man. I knew they was gonna get to talking, and here they come, y'all. Here they come. So Clive Davis controversies have people questioning. And one thing, it's a whole lot, can't cover it all in one video. Because he had so many artists. He had artists I don't even know about. He had artists that was out. I didn't know I didn't know they came from him. I'm talking about even rock and roll, Aerosmith, stuff like that. Let's go. Also, yesterday, some of y'all might know by now, Whitney Houston's estate clapped back at Oprah, and they answered back. According to what her family said, they said Whitney was not high or drunk. They were saying that the setting around the stage was dark. So we don't know what happened. They could have been trying to sabotage her. It could have been anything. So this story with Oprah is also trying to say, like, Whitney Houston was so bad, she couldn't even stay clean to come on the show. But like I said, when you're speaking on somebody dead, you have no proof, right? That's what Oprah does. But her family said she wasn't. Because what people forget as well, they don't speak about. This is what y'all all forget. And shame on all y'all that forget this too. Y'all forget it was a time when she got cleaned up. Everybody forgets that. It was a time when she got cleaned up. Y'all act like she never had a TV show. The TV show with her and Bobby, she was not getting down that whole time. Nobody speaks about Whitney's clean time if you pay attention, because I know what she did when she was clean. If you remember watching that series, it's something they did in that series. Whether they were being phony or fake, it was the time she went through being clean, but you're never going to hear that. You know what I'm saying? You're never going to hear that. And that's the weird part. Like, it was part of early 2000s, she was clean, y'all. Let's go. Who else up in the chat? Oh, yep, Anthony Hamilton. Yeah, it's a whole lot of them, man. One way you'll get it, y'all. Another way is you'll get it. I mean, you know, you're going to see this pattern. Everybody that was signed to him, they always end up broke. They end up broke. That part you will get. They end up broke. You know what I'm saying, y'all? Meaning, y'all know the music and hits they made, they always end up broke. And this is what I don't understand. How could you be signed to this big label? You was around a diddler. Now you have nothing. Nothing. Or they just look horrible, right? They never look happy. They never look like, yo, the music industry was fun. I got my deal. I did what I did. You know, it's over, but I'm still happy, man. You don't see that in them. They just don't be happy. They don't. Because when you got a hole in all them secrets for all them years, it makes you very dark. Your joy is gone. You can't enjoy nothing. Man, they don't even want to see their first album. They don't want to see the cover. Let's go. Clive Davis was called out by Phyllis Hyman. This is something I didn't know, y'all. Like I said, when I say they bringing stuff up, now I just remember Phyllis Hyman is a famous name. To be honest, I remember seeing on record covers, but I don't remember. I couldn't tell you her music. I know a lot of y'all, some of y'all do. But this right here, something that was so much going on, y'all. Now, this goes back to 95. This is the same year, I think, Pop went to jail. It's around that time. This is around East Coast, West Coast beef. Same year the Salsa Wars, 1995. Clive and singer Phyllis Hyman had a very strained professional relationship, which began when her record label, Buddha Records, was required by Clive and Arista Records. So he bought her record label. I remember that Buddha Records. I remember them covers. Phyllis Hyman. She passed 1995, but allegedly she had beef with Clive. Allegedly. He bought her label. Well, I don't know what they had going on, but I didn't know they had tension back then, because back then we didn't have all this information. Meaning this is before Whitney. So people felt a certain way about her still. There's a lot of stuff. I never knew about this. They clashed over creative differences. And ultimately, Phyllis was fired after Clive signed another promising young singer, Whitney Houston. Here you got it, y'all. This story is something else, because we now know about the replacement game. They will replace you. So Phyllis Hyman might have been that main lady of the label, but when she got out of pocket, she got replaced with Whitney Houston, because that's the executive job to replace you. Like when Future was acting up, they went and got Designer to replace his ass. We can go through this a lot. Yes, they always replace them with a clone or something like that. Somebody take their shot. So then you got it. Because it was shrewd business. And they was not allowed to give lip back then. And somehow he bought a label. Long story short, they had smoke. But do you see how they're bringing this up? How Phyllis Hyman had an issue. He replaced it with Whitney. And we'll leave it at that. Phyllis Hyman, jazz singer, was gone at 45 years old. So in 1995, she was 45. Today, she would have been 76. Mind you, this happened when now 5 get locked. That's when this happened. I didn't know nothing about it. Meaning, I don't remember that stuff. Phyllis Hyman. So she had her own label. She had her own label in the 90s. There's no telling what her label would have been at now, would it? She had her own record label back in the 90s. before Diddy, before Jay-Z. And what is she? A woman with her own label. Just like the woman from Sugar Hill Records. Back in the days, the woman had the labels as well. See that? But after she passed away, we might say that to this day. If I'm wrong, correct me. I don't think no other woman had a record label like her. I might be wrong. Got time to think right now. But she had her own record label. In 2012, Clive Davis was criticized for the way he handled Whitney's passing away. And I saw them talking about this. Everybody want to bring this up now. Now everybody wants to bring up the hotel, the party, the dancing, keeping the party going while Whitney up. Now everybody want to talk about it now. Like I said, to me, all this stuff is old. Who cares? It is what it is, y'all. It's just entertainment. Let's go. Show business. Most people know that Whitney passed away after accidentally drowning in her hotel bathtub. However, many people don't realize that her room was at the Beverly Hills Hotel where Clive's infamous pre-Grammy party takes place. So do you see where all these brunches come from? He was the main one throwing the parties. All right? Now you see what so-and-so, now you see, when we hear this party talk, do you see where they got it, when they was taught how to throw parties? The parties. Who started doing the Grammy parties? Your favorite couple? They started taking over the Grammy parties. The parties. See where it come from? All right. Clive Davis always had the grand parties. The grand Grammy parties, which are celebrity gatherings, industry gatherings. So you got it. Showing you how they bringing it up, y'all. Like I said, I show you there gonna be no peace. And what they don't get is this. It's a chain of command. Okay. Clive's R.I.P. Diddy's gone. Who you think gonna start getting smoked next? Man, they're gonna start running through his whole roster. Everybody that was on that roster gonna start getting smoked one way or another. Hey, because I already seen it. Told y'all these certain people ain't gonna escape. He was the one that protect them. Now they're gonna start asking Brandy, what was on that note? Hey, all this other stuff gonna start coming out. Because that's what's happening. It's already happening. Meaning anybody that's in this game that was under them, they all gonna be scrutinized and critiqued. They watching them now. Meaning Clive gone, he ain't getting no more blame. Instead of canceling the party, Clive decided to host the event on the same day of her death. So I'm showing you, y'all, you're watching public information, public news. They're starting to undig. Industry insiders, whistleblowers, everybody has enemies and allies. If he had any enemies, you might well say all his enemies are against him now, which means they're starting to talk and they're starting to say things. All right? But yeah, I got to understand, all your generations were under control. You see Teyanataylor? See Dionne Warwick? Gladys Knight? Stevie Wonder? This is from a CLIVE event. So when Jermaine Dupri says that BET needs to give him a tribute, they need to. And all of them should be there. They should be there just like they was at Nipsey funeral. All these big events, they need to have one for him. And I want to see them crying and all of that. Because they will all be broke. You know what? It was for him. They all will be broke. That's right. Now they're going to be by themselves. Because they're very lonely now, y'all. Yes. But I'm just showing you, right? This the kicker. The rest of the world don't look at Clive like they do. That's the whole thing. And even the rock and rollers, I didn't see, you see how Jermaine Dupri saying this? I didn't see no rock and roller say it. I didn't see nobody, Clive Davis complexion, praising him not once. I ain't see it yet. But you guys gonna praise him. Let's go. Because he did help y'all. Y'all be poor as hell without him. Music big shot Clive Davis, who passed away recently, was the kind of man who hears one of his stars, Whitney, has passed and did not even cancel his famous Clive pre-Grammy party, which was held at the same hotel. One person tweeted, another added, so far I've seen people talk about Clive Davis' terrible treatment of Phyllis Hyman and Whitney Houston. But man, there's so much more. See what they're saying? We already spoke about Kelly Clarkson. Blasted Clive Davis following the release of her book. She already had blasted him in the book. What made Kelly Clarkson real? She dissed Clyde in her book when he was alive. See that? I tell you that's the difference. Them other people, they straight cowards. They ain't gonna talk. They ain't gonna talk about you till you're dead. They had a gripe with you for 20 years. They ain't gonna say nothing till you're gone. They cowards. They ain't gonna say it to your face. They cowards. Now they gonna talk because they cowards. No, it ain't that. I told you, in this game, they're not free and they better play their role. And their role is go in that room or go in that damn booth. Either you gonna sing or y'all gonna be doing, y'all know what y'all job is. But the other celebrities, they don't gotta go through all that. If they feel like they're being cheated, they just gonna say something. Whatever it is, Kelly Clarkson trashed him, or she said what she had to say about him while he was alive. The proper way. But one thing I did not know about this Phyllis Hyman. I didn't know. I do remember her name, but I was young. But I do remember this. When Whitney Houston, but I didn't know Whitney Houston was replacing her. But now you see they bringing both of them up. All right? Verified news. So all of this stuff is just going to keep opening up Pandora's box. And you must understand, it is a lot of people left to face the music. Jermaine Dupri is one of them. He's one of them. Because the more they talk about Clive, they're going to keep talking about where Crisscross got that money from. The more Jermaine, they're going to keep talking about where Jermaine Dupri got his record label from. So Def, that So Def you proud of, it would not be So Def. It was for Clive Davis, period. Those are just the facts. So Jermaine Dupri, he was your great-grandfather. Now, told you, they're going to start talking once he gone. They got hot now, y'all. Check it out. Grammy winner slams Clive Davis after his death. Look at that face. Slams him after his death. See how USA Today printed out? I'm going to always show you it's always coded right in your face, subliminally. They only talk junk when people gone. They don't say it to their face because they cowards. They are cowards. If they not packed, if they not deep, if they don't got a firearm, they ain't going to say nothing to your face. Here you go right here. This USA Today throwing shots. Low key, check it out. Grammy winner slams Clive Davis after his death, which means we don't really respect it like that. Well, just tell us anyway. See, after his death, Kelly Clarkson dissed him when he was living. Bingo. India Ari, y'all. That's who you're looking at. India Ari. India Ari. See, they the masters of bashing people after they gone. You know that. Masters of it. They the same ones said Whitney put Bobby on it after she was gone. They the main ones, y'all. So look, this what she's saying. India Ari saying this. Mark my words. Watch what kind of archival interviews are about to come out. I would tell you my story too, but mine is minimal compared to what you're about to hear. She wrote, when people talk about the music industry being so awful, it's the record label executives that do that. Now, she right about that. See that? It's the executives. She telling you right here. Telling you right here what I've been telling you, what you should already know. It ain't no secret. It's the executive that set the tone. And all of them executives were two-way. So my point is, they're going to have their way one way or another. Check it out right here. She said, when people talk about the music industry being so awful, it's the record label executives. Now you see why certain people on the run living in Bali? All right. But right here, you also will see India Ari scared to talk. Mark my words. Watch what kind of actual interviews are about to come out. What she say? Sound like she tap dancing to me. Dun, 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 dun. I would tell my story too, but mine is minimal. What you mean minimal? No, you know damn well you better not say nothing because your job is to take the abuse. If you want your career, you better keep that abuse because it might come out even you was in goddamn freak off parties. So don't play with me. It might. No, what else you get to see? Did not tell y'all that culture was for sale. Did not tell you they understood that consciousness is for sale. As long as they think they conscious, we will make conscious rappers, conscious singers. We got a whole conscious genre of BS. Erykah Badu, India Ari, yeah, all of that mess. Meanwhile, they just dressing up in costumes. So now you got it, right? Why she ain't trying to tell her story, y'all? Why she ain't trying to tell her story? See that? They are all under the code of silence because they're scared. That's one reason why. And they're not free. So they can't say what they want. Plus, it ain't that. She also want to keep her career going, and she don't want to offend or piss nobody off. That's all it is. So NDRE, don't tell us that all these people are going to be coming out and then say, oh, my story is minimum. You don't want to hear my story. Stop it. You supposed to tell your story first, then say, oh, it's many other stories coming out. See that? Told you, man. Y'all always going to show y'all, man. And the revelation is y'all were all nothing but nothing. But it's nothing special. I tell you, when you understand these people, they're very predictable. Once I got it clear what this whole world is about, no, they're very predictable. So I knew, yeah, they're going to be quiet during the Diddy trial. They're going to be quiet doing everything because it's all together. It all ties to one family. And when Diddy go to jail, they'll start talking again. What they start doing, y'all? Playing on the internet, doing, everybody's back out, right? Boom. Mr. Davis died. Clive Davis passed. Guys, they're going to start talking. Bingo. Predictable. Now they want to talk. Now, 30 years later, when the boogeyman is gone. Let's go. NDRE, who performs as NDRE, is condemning Clive Davis' impact on the music industry after the record mogul died. After he died, that's why they keep saying it. They keep saying it, y'all. They pay her. She don't even know they pay her as a bad lady already. Because they making her look like you bashing that man after he dead. And look, they made sure they put that picture of dress just like that too. Because they try to say y'all haters. Meanwhile, they also saying she's a coward. She didn't say it when he was alive. Now she want to trash the man while he gone. See that? No. That's why they tell you you're supposed to settle your differences with people before they die. And that's why this article keeps saying, they keep saying it. Right here again. She want to talk about it after the record mogul died. Meaning, if he was so bad, why you ain't say that before? One of the biggest discoveries was undoubtedly Whitney. In Davis' 2013 memoir, he wrote a memoir. Remember, I spoke about that. 2013, that's the year. That's the year I found out who he was. Meaning, when I knew about that memoir, I remember the news clippings. That's when Clive described his sexual preferences. It's all in that book. That's when I got it clear. So when I tell you these things in this game, I've been putting together year by year by year. Back in the day, we didn't know all this. It's a system or the certain way they get down. It's a certain reason why a lot of hip-hop music events be in the village. It's a reason for all of that. So now I get it clear. But see, these are the things they didn't want us to know. That had always been this in this game. So in 2013, Clive revealed his truth that he liked both. He also revealed he liked chocolate. It was all in that book. Remember, a lot of people don't read, right? Or they don't watch the news. So this 2013, but in 2014, 2024, 2025, when somebody goes to trial, now everybody wants to talk about all this stuff, laugh and joke, but this about baby all, but that baby all always been there. Let's go right here. He wrote a book, The Soundtrack of My Life. He wrote that not even he could successfully intervene to curb Whitney's habit, despite the pair sharing a long professional relationship throughout her career. Clive Davis left Arista in 2000, the same year somebody else blew up, after learning that executives at BMG Entertainment, the label's parent company, were planning to replace him with L.A. Reid. The same year, he was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame before going on to found J Records. So here you got it. That's why I say he didn't step down. He switched chairs. He stepped down, meaning he stepped down from Arista. His work was put in. He got his accolades. And then L.A. Reid, you're going to run it now because hip-hop about to be real filthy. The industry about to get very dirty. Clyde and them ain't wanting to do it. Y'all going to run it. 2000. Then you're going to see Clyde got away from that bad boy stuff and all that other stuff. He went into J Records to clean up. So I know what happened. He went into J Records, started putting out cleaner music, Alicia Keys, and then Diddy goes to video, start doing other stuff. Because remember, 2000, if you don't got Popcorn Brand, you remember at that time, Bad Boy was considered the bad guy. It was after that Biggie stuff, but Bad Boy also rebranded with that Black Rob and y'all know Get This Money and G-Dep. That was early 2000s. And it's a reason why those videos kept getting ran on TV. All right, so when he say he stepped down and L.A. Reid took over, here go Jermaine Dupri. They understood. BET is the money. We got the TV. They love BET. So, guys, I told you, wherever we at, here they come. When we was kids, they understood we love BET. So they bought BET. Once we buy BET, we control their views and opinions. They bought BET. BET for the young blacks, MTV for the young whites. We're going to shape and mold the future of America. BET, we now control their vision. We now control their whole perception. That's why I always do this at y'all. Remember on BET, they used to always have these statistics. Teenage pregnancy. Most young mothers will become, then they will have the disease statistics. Most people in this urban community have it, and then they would always have these other commercial sicknesses. Most people in the community have high blood pressure. They started putting all this stuff in your head on this TV about what's going to happen to you and how y'all so bad. And meaning, this was all started. These percentages, and remember between the videos, it would always be these serious commercials because all of this was programming. Your reality is going to be programmed, and this where it come from. So, what they knew people loved back in the day, because everybody forgets, that television and that radio, and they always knew the recipe. You control the radio. Why? They play the radio in their house. They play it outside. They play it in their car, wherever they at, headphone, wherever they at, it's going to be some music. Music controls them. So being that music controls them, and they love TV, MTV. Now we got the music on the television. We got them. And that's how your life has been laid down. That's why when I the 30-year process, that's why they tell you. He stepped down in 2000, which really meant in 2000 the game had changed. And the result is what you see. Who became a big rapper in 2000? That man right there, Ho. The game had changed. Who else became a superstar? His lady. If you go watch where she blew up at, it was 2000. That time right there, 99, 2000. So the game had changed. He stepped down. They're going to play the executive role in the bosses now. So also what also happened in 2000, that's approximately with hip hop and rap and all that became a $100 billion plus industry. That's when hip hop started generating the hundreds of millions. That's when it all started. We went into the whole thing of people forget that it was Diddy the first one to get $100 million, period. When they were all super broke. He was the first one with $100 million when they was barely getting their first million. So, and if Diddy made his first $100 million 2000, you know how much CLIVE made back then. So this is when that game was making so much money. Now y'all gonna see you was in the entertainment world, right? Because what happened? You was watching MTV all day, BET. You was playing your music. When you go shopping, you was buying your Rockaway clothes. You was going to the concerts. You went to the club. You went to the club every week. Your whole life was this. MTV. Now you see MTV cribs where had all the rappers on it. Come to find out later what? A lot of those cribs wasn't even their house. Hip hop was, all this stuff was just nothing but show business. That's all it was, show business, man. Show business. Show business also meaning showing a lot of stuff, making you believe it's real, but in reality, it was just business. It was just business. So, it's a lot of Clive Davis controversy coming out. It's just getting started. You see this Whitney stuff is lingering. What y'all got to get? This stuff starts to bring up so much stuff, y'all. Now they bringing up that day. What else people got to understand? Well, it's a lot of people that were young when this stuff happened. They didn't know a lot of this stuff. And it's the young people that are the ones going back into this. It is people that didn't know about these little details. Or, oh, man, I didn't know Whitney was at the hotel and they had a party. I didn't know that. Then Now I'm gonna say something else. My smart people gonna catch this. Who had an album cover? Who made a record and used Whitney room as the album cover? Who caught backlash because they took a picture of the room and used it on the album cover? Who did that? All right. All I'm going to say is this, what I already figured out. The two pillars of their entertainment is gone. Clive Davis and Quincy Jones. In my opinion, at this point, what you're seeing, they are all on their own. They are all on their own, and they have to save themselves. Meaning they can't make no big phone calls no more. And everybody else have turned their back. They are the ones left to hold the bag. Meaning they going to have a lot of questions to answer. They don't got to answer. People going to be going in on them every day. They have been left out to dry, y'all. This is what's happening. Let's go. Davis is credited with elevating musical talent into landmark artists. He did do that. He makes stars, including Janis Joplin, Santana, Barry Manilow. Barry Manilow still on tour right now. Chicago, Pink Floyd, Earth, Wind and Fire, and Aerosmith. Aerosmith, you got it right there, right? Aerosmith, Ain't That Walk This Way, Run DMC, Earth, Wind and Fire. Y'all know Earth, Wind and Fire. So, Mr. Davis, man, it's too. That's why I say it's too many to name, because it's many affiliations. Back in the day, then you got Arista, then you got J Records, then you got people that dealt with him for many other reasons. No, his hand, no. If it wasn't for him, you wouldn't even be seeing what you're seeing. Let's go. Fab Morvan never reconciled with Clive Davis before his unalive. I had no clue Milli Vanilli was from that department. I didn't know that. Told you, man, we've been getting pranked. I also told y'all what I learned. Back in the day, the industry, the executives, they created looks. The looks they had artists doing is the look they wanted us to have. They wanted us one day to look like all of the creations that they started. Meaning, you had your own look, right? What made you proud. They had another look for you. And they pushed the look through entertainment. Now, 26 years later, can you now see the look they wanted to stick? Meaning, don't men look like that to this day? Told you it was all through entertainment. One day, you guys are going to be everything entertainment told you to be. You're going to look like it, talk like it, dress like it. But the other thing is, you never wanted to accept that entertainment was nothing but a big-ass clown show. It was the biggest circus on the planet for 30 plus years. I'm talking about modern times. So I had no clue. What is this? I always looked at Milli Vanilli as an experiment. This was also proof they gave us that you can get two guys from anywhere. They don't even have to have talent, and you can make hits. And when you make the hit, you don't got to give them nothing because they didn't sing the song anyway. They didn't write it. They didn't do nothing. You just give them money to perform. You got it. Then after they won a Grammy, it ain't about they took the Grammy. The joke was on the fans. Y'all the ones that ran to the store to buy the album. Y'all bought all the music of some people that didn't even sing. It was a prank. It was an industry prank, and it also was a test. It was a study. That's my opinion. Man, we actually can get them to buy music. You don't even see them. They'll buy anything. And they had them wearing long extensions. But it's funny. All the women walk around with braids like that to this day, don't they? Ha, 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 ha. So I keep telling y'all, man, when y'all thought, okay, people take pride in their hair and how they look, but a lot of those looks you love, you don't even know where it comes from. That's the sad part. So long story short, in a June 23rd post, the video singer 50 called out the late Titan, known for spearheading the careers of Whitney, Bruce Springsteen. I didn't even know he's behind Bruce Springsteen. Billy Joel, India Reed, I ain't even know NDRE all this time, man. Was at the top of the dominant record label. So this is my point. Now, he showed you he know music. This man had so-called conscious people. If I'm not mistaken, Carmen might be in there somewhere. He had the conscious music for you. Rock and roll. Man, he had the gospel for you. The R&B, the soul music. He had it all for you. Don't forget, he had to pick the talent, and if he don't cut the check. No, when I tell you this man was in control of your whole life, he was. No, my point is this, man. People that love the culture so much, you must acknowledge he's at least 70% of your culture you love. At least 70% of it. That's right. Y'all reality was written on paper and put on the screen. And it was monetized. So that's why, see these other artists? This is what I mean by Barry Manilow still performing. He's an artist. Meaning you don't hear about him doing nothing else. Santana, Pink Floyd. I'm showing you how other acts, once they make it, they become stars. Later on in their career, they just chill out, perform. They don't do all that other stuff. But in the other department, you're gonna see it's different. All of their careers are over. Look at what they're doing now. So these are just facts. We about to get into that $1,500 box set. NDRE said Davis was at the top of the dominant record labels that hurt lots of artists. So now she want to say a lot of artists got hurt. Financially, blackball as well. The main thing Clyde gonna do to you is blackball. You're gonna disappear after that. That's the main thing he gonna do when he done with you. You get, if you out of pocket, you getting blackball. So there you have it. But you had no clue NDRE was down too, did you? Now she want to talk. But she's telling you, hurt lots of artists. Didn't you hear this stuff before somewhere? Because what NDRE says, underlined right here, it's the executives that do that. It's the record label executives that do that. What do? When people talk about the music industry being so awful, it's the record labels and the executives. It's the executives. Now you see what? All right, it's the executives. It's called the game. The game is for the executive to walk away with the bag. That's how it goes. You're going to be online crying about how he did you wrong. All right, y'all. It dropped. Jay-Z, Reasonable Doubt, 30th anniversary. So for all you real Jay-Z fans, it's time to prove it. Are you just a Jay-Z fan in comment sections? Are you one of Jay-Z's public defenders? Hey, everybody that's a Jay-Z public defender, I should see you with this box. Charlemagne, when you're on Breakfast Club, I should see that box sitting right there. Yeah. Now we're going to see who the real fans are. Because a lot of y'all are just fans online. But, bro, you know damn well you still kept your Rockaway coat. You might as well get the set. Only thing is, who can afford to buy it? Everybody that's rich going to get one. And I'm pretty sure Jay-Z going to make people buy it. Ain't no such thing as being Jay-Z friend and you don't buy one. Let's go. Jay-Z complete 13 studio albums. Reasonable Doubt, 1996. In My Lifetime, Volume 1, 1997. Hard Not Life 2, 1998. Life and Times of Sean Carter. Sean Carter. You can clearly see, man, Jay, man, this dude is a straight social path, man. Can you now see it's always about him? No, you going to be in his life. He told you from first one, my lifetime, fool. You going to study my whole life. My Lifetime, Hard Not Life, Life and Times. The Dynasty of Rock Familiar. The Blueprint. I'm going to show you how to do it. Then I'm going to give you Blueprint Part 2. See, this is what I'm trying to tell you, man. Kingdom Come. American Gangster. Blueprint 3. Magna Carta. If you're a real Jay-Z fan, you got to have all this, man, because most of y'all been in the Jay-Z world, man. He is y'all teacher, man. You see what I'm saying? And it's all right here, man. So go buy the set. $1,500. Put your money up. What'd you say, AI? All right. So now, if you also a hip hop head, you supposed to buy that. It's a collector's item. A real one ain't gonna be on film, TV, audio, putting their face anywhere out there. That's for damn sure. No, do they be lying? Salute, appreciate it. What's up, y'all? Nah, I'm good. 1,500, y'all. Now, I will say this, because these are things I've been speaking about. Some albums are $100. Some classic albums are 100. They are. So 13 albums, that's 1,300 right there. Then the case, got it? I think some other stuff come with it. That's what you're paying for. Then if you break down an album, now look at it like streaming, okay? Or like a single. Look at like singles. You basically each album, let's say 10 songs, all right? Boom. You getting charged $10 a song. Like $5 a song. Stuff like that. But the difference is it's physical copies and it's for collection. Meaning, this is putting all the Jay-Z fans on blast. Meaning, stop the talking and buy it. Don't keep talking to me and others. Buy it and post it. Don't keep talking. All right? He needs your support right now. Jay-Z's 30th anniversary vinyl crate sells out instantly. Word is it sold out instantly. The Rock launched the $1,500 Jay-Z 30th anniversary collector's crate on June 24th, featuring albums from 1996, Reasonable Doubt, to 2017, 444, in a custom archive crate with a protective lid, a poster, and a care card. It sold out almost immediately. There you have it. There you have it. Me personally, 1, 2, 3, 4 got some joints on there. That's the album Big Pimpin' on it. Rock La Familia, that's 5. I ain't gonna lie, I was banging that because a lot of stuff on there. Me personally, those are my best from them. Get it? Like, that's me personally. Mainly, I told y'all before, mainly if I had to pick one out of all of them, it would be Volume 2. Reason why I say that, I say it about all artists. Once they go pop, once they get rich, I don't really deal with them like that no more. Meaning, I always prefer to catch the talent when they fresh, hungry. That's when they their best. After that, I don't pay no mind no more. Same thing with everybody the same way. I don't care if it's Gucci Man, whoever it is. They first is always their best. After that, I let the fans have them. I like to discover them early. When people sleeping on them, when they underground, y'all know how it works. Once they go pop, I'll be done with them. So the truth is, once Jay-Z got into all that Blueprint stuff, I wasn't with all that. But even though, I'm gonna throw this in there too, the Black album. I'm gonna throw the Black album in there. But I skipped over them other two, Blueprint 1 and 2, Black album. But anything, to tell y'all the honest, anything after the Black album, I didn't hear it. Or I never played it. None of it. That's just me, y'all. But the first will be the first. But he know damn well he wasn't serious after a certain amount of time. He was a businessman. He was just feeding the fans. But the best is the beginning. And the truth is, the way hip-hop is set up classic-wise, on some real talk, Reasonable Doubt, he could charge 100. He could charge 100 for all those albums, especially the first 5. But then a lot of y'all came in the Blueprint era. And let's not forget, the Blueprint 1 dropped September 11th. So it's history behind it. He knows that. But the truth is, those first albums, all those first 5 were worth $100. They are, because they're classics. And they're collectibles. So I'm saying that to be fair. But Jay-Z fans, it's time for you to put up or shut up. All right, let's go. Meaning, don't just keep talking online. Somebody said, I need at least 8 of these albums, so this might be a buy. Anniversary collection crate. Don't forget it sold out instantly, so you might not be, you might gotta wait on some more. There you have it. $1,500. I got Jay in the house right now. So somebody was already showing, I don't gotta buy it. I got them all already. So that's a real hip-hop connoisseur collector. But this is all the stuff I tell this a couple years ago. When I said the record's coming back out, they were tell you, man, they be listening to YouTube, man. It's all I'm trying to tell y'all, man. Yeah, I know I've been talking about all this shit for a couple years now. But I also said the smart people still got this. So guess what? This guy that already had the Jay-Z collection, that value just went up. Told y'all all this shit already. Guess what he could do? Jay selling for 15. Shit, I can sell my whole set for 500 now, 700. Or I could just sell albums because he got the collection. See, this brings up the value of the whole shit. So anybody that was collected and everybody that do, and now if we really want to talk hip hop, if you got real DJs, they got 2 of each one. Now you got DJs can sell they can sell one of their copies and get paid because he's making it collectible. I told you all this was gonna happen. I say in the end, all that physical shit worth money. Because I've been watching for a minute. And I always told y'all, I watch the world. I know what the world been doing. But I watch y'all playing around, not analyzing your own culture y'all so proud of. Y'all love y'all culture so much. Meanwhile, you were the least participants in it. When I went through all of this shit, breakdancing contests still go on. DJ contests still go on. Rapping contests still go on. The problem is it happens all around the world. Around the world, everybody still is hip-hop collectors. They still make tracks. They still do it all. They still do everything you don't do. He knows that. Told you the trick was you guys gonna lose your culture. You're gonna turn your back on it because your whole life gonna be fake stuff online. You're gonna watch videos virtually, meaning when it's all said and done, you're not gonna have no proof of y'all culture. Y'all ain't gonna have no more y'all clothes, no more y'all music. Y'all not gonna have no more y'all lifestyle. Y'all not, back in the day, y'all used to wear a lot of jewelry. Y'all ain't gonna have jewelry no more. Y'all not gonna have nothing of what your culture used to be. But everybody else is. This is what I was telling you. Bingo. Don't get it twisted. You also could bet on it. That's gonna be in the hip hop museum. There you got it. I'm talking to everybody that's so proud of their culture. The truth is, you are the least investor in your culture, the least participant, and a lot of you did not secure it. But I talk a lot of smoke, but I guarantee you I can show you hip-hop artifacts right now. I talk junk. I just be talking. See that? That's the difference. That's why I cook YouTubers that talk hip-hop and rap. You ain't no hip-hop rap connoisseur or nothing. It ain't in you. You wonder Johnny come lately that try to get paid off rap. You want to get paid off the culture. You started your channel because you want to get paid off talking about it, but meanwhile, you not this. See? You one of the people, you can tell hip-hop bad news, but you can't tell no hip-hop real news because y'all don't got no hip-hop stories because you ain't hip-hop. A lot of y'all are not hip-hop at all. That's the thing. Your whole perspective on hip-hop is the industry. Popcorn. So I'm saying that because now let's look at this in hindsight, y'all. See this now? Now let's look at the culture now. Now let's look at it. You got the whole Jay-Z collection. You got the whole Death Row collection. See what I'm saying? Look at all them albums that came out. You got the whole collection of all your favorite artists. Now you see how much money worth of albums you would have had? Not only that, still got your physical copy. Still got your what? Your covers, your inside pictures. See, nowadays you can do different stuff, but I ain't gonna tell everything, but I'm just showing you. Meaning, if you're these are artifacts now. Meaning, it's gonna be a time it will be no residue left of your culture. The same thing happened in Egypt will happen to this era. Yeah, Egypt created all that stuff, but at the end of the day, who preserved those artifacts? All right. Y'all always talking about the Vatican got all the artifacts. Well, who got all the hip hop artifacts? Do you got any? You got any hip-hop relics? All right. So that's important now. The issue is they know y'all will be silly and buy this. So you know it's going to be different opinions. Some people saying if you buy this, you silly for $1,500. Different opinions. My whole thing is this. If you're a Jay-Z fan and you don't got that, you're a fraud. Because if I was a Jay-Z fan, I'll be getting that. Because maybe Jay-Z is also making an assumption. Maybe he's looking at it like this. It's worth $1,500 now. Maybe in the future it might be worth more than that. Who knows? But I'm pretty sure he's gonna make all his friends buy one. If his friends don't buy one, I think he might take that personal. So the whole industry gonna buy one. Matter of fact, I think Hov gonna make all his friends post that kid on Instagram. Make all their ass buy it and post it. All of them. Ha ha ha. They might have started doing it already. They predictable, man. Let's go. So people saying if you buy it, you silly. Now let's look at the merch. Now I'm gonna say this. The merch is official. It's a merger. But you see that jacket, right? That Yankee jacket, right? You see that flag on it, right? Ha ha ha. I think Hov tricked a lot of y'all. Y'all thought Hov was against that flag, huh? Ha 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 ha. Already showed you. I think y'all got tricked. Y'all think it's just Nicki. We already saw Queen Bey with that flag. Now y'all got tricked. You see that rock on one arm. You see that American flag on the other arm, don't you? A lot of y'all got tricked. Oh, so you thought he was a rebel, huh? You thought he really was against the grain. That jacket go hard, though. It do. I ain't going to take nothing from that jacket. It's a merger with Yankees. Only thing, Hov, I will tell you, your name is on it and that bottle, man. So you know what that means? This is only for strictly Jay-Z fans. And I'm going to tell them again, you ain't a real Jay-Z fan if you don't buy that jacket. Don't keep talking to me. Buy the jacket. I can't wear a jacket with Jay-Z on it, man. I don't know, no personal. I don't wear rappers' names on me. But that jacket is hard. It is. Let's go. Nah, I need that jersey with the rock patch. This is a level above merch. Jay-Z and the Yankees officially merged. What I already said, when he performed at Yankee Stadium, that Yankee merchandise going to go through the roof. I already said it already. The Yankee hat's going to take off because this also is a rebranding of the Yankees. Bingo. Them jackets go hard. I ain't going to take that from them. Them shits go hard. But you got to be a real Jay-Z fan to get it, though. See that? Reasonable doubt on the sleeve. So if you're a real Jay-Z fan, you get both the jackets. You couldn't afford a chain, bro. You wasn't going to get no rock chain. But you can get that shirt with the rock emblem on it. Then you got it. You get the jackets, the shirt, you got the kit. Man, but guess what? It's going to cost you a couple bands, bro. It's going to cost you a couple thousand. Then you got it. He knows elite people going to buy it. The elite people, the rich people going to buy it. Now, this is what people had to say. Jay-Z gave hip-hop fans the middle finger during the hip-hop 50th anniversary. Yet now that his 30th anniversary is here, he wants y'all to support him and buy his stuff. You really can't make this up. Now, what are they saying? Something we looked at 2 years ago when hip-hop made its 50th anniversary. What we looked at? Certain people didn't support the 50th anniversary. I didn't understand that neither. Sir, if you pay attention, the Diddler and Hov and them, they didn't support that 50th anniversary. I didn't understand that part. But that's what they're saying. Oh, so you didn't want to support the 50th anniversary. Now you want everybody to support your 30th anniversary. But I get it clear. Know what y'all don't get? He's not with that 50th anniversary. He's with the, remember I always keep telling y'all this is a 30-year to 50-year bracket because there's things that happen. Hip-hop started one way in the 70s. That's 50 years ago. If we go back to hip-hop 50 years ago, it was clean. It was different. Party. It was the real essence of hip-hop. Remember? But once he came in 30 years ago, hip-hop became something else. It's in the covers. Street activity. Reasonable doubt. Gangster. Y'all going to end up in them courtrooms. Crime. 96. From that, it turns into crime sequels. All the way up to hip-hop became something else. This is why I always try to classify it. Hip-hop. I'm going to give y'all my classification. So, y'all, I got my own language, right? I'm going to clarify it for you. Hip-hop is the pure essence of the music. Meaning, hip-hop is any song you can play that anybody can listen to. You play it around grown-ups, youngsters. That's real hip-hop. Rap is when it comes to making money off the music. That's when you got your radio songs, meaning saying whatever for record sales, based on the hook. Or a rap song could be based on a hook. It could be based on a beat. It could be based on, that's a rap song. Then you got gangster rap. That's what? Strictly gangster activity, which is street activity, all in the rap, one way or another. Whether you BIT, you know, oh, y'all get it, it's levels of it. The pure essence of hip-hop, that's 50 years ago. But this anniversary of this is also tied in with the anniversary of gangster rap as well. It's tied in together. Yes, because all these things you got to pay, you got to check your timeline. Reasonable Doubt came out 96, but you have to understand what happened in 95. 96, Machiavelli also dropped. That's the same year Tupac said his name. '96 is the year before that, 95. Who passed away that year? Eazy-E. One who would have been the king of gangster rap. Eazy-E would have been the king of gangster rap. He's still alive. This is facts. All right? So this, you seeing a transition. Eazy-E passed 95. Tupac wilding out. Salsa Wars 95. Pop passed. They talking about the South got something to say. If I go in history, Outkast, if I'm not mistaken, came out in 96. No, they came out before that, 94, but they started blowing up after 96. Hip-hop, this when it went into a different direction. This when it started going commercial, monetized. This when the executives got all that money behind it, MTV hype. So what's the difference? When we go back into the real hip-hop history, it wasn't based on videos. Y'all know that. You might not even get a damn video. This era was based on video, meaning they're going to buy what their perception is. Whatever sells on that screen is what's going to be hip-hop rap. Here you got it. This when he comes in at, which really meant it was a corporate takeover. Corporate takeover. Corporate takeover. This when hip-hop was all about the money. Strictly after 2000, all about the money. And this way, he was the face of that. So that's why you see him now cashing out from a corporate perspective. Also, being that he's a businessman, he's cashing out as an executive. Because that's when hip-hop, that's what it became. Now, let's go. Also, you know he's flossing on? He's also flossing on all the artists that don't got their collections. It's a smack in the face to every rapper that don't own a catalog like him. So it's so much tied into this. When you got all these rappers, but they don't even own one of their albums. Got it? He owns all his joints. So it's a smack in the face to every rapper don't own nothing. Don't own none of their rights. No, he made sure he had his legacy planned out one way. He had it planned out. You can see it now. Here go the merch. So they saying that he gave hip-hop fans the middle finger for the hip-hop 50th anniversary. But for his 30th anniversary, he wants y'all to support him now. They talking to hip-hop. And that's why I say, buy it, Jay-Z fans. Hip-hop. Okay, let's go. Y'all always say support the culture, right? All right. So Joe Budden, when you go live today, make sure when you do your podcast, make sure you got that case sitting right there. But to be fair, they also saying this. It's missing 2 albums. But if you go right here, you'll see somebody got one of them. Right here. See, they got it. This is a real Jay-Z fan. That's why they said, he said 1,500. I got Jay in the house. I got all the albums. So there you got it. Somebody said it's 13, but you're missing these 2 right here. Lizzo's new album flops. She blamed the industry. We already spoke about it. Do you see them blaming the industry? Once again, I'm going to keep showing you the narrative. Once it's all over for them, all they do is blame people. But when they win, they don't say nothing. When the label make you win, when the label make you a star, you don't say nothing. But when the label turn their back on you, it's the label fault my album dropped. No, the truth is you were all industry hype, and the label made you big. Now you ain't that big. NDRE, same thing. The label, it was the label fault, meaning she was signing Clive Davis the whole time too. She know a lot about him. NDRE says she's not going to say nothing. Mark my words. Watch what kind of archive interviews are about to come out. I would tell my story too, but mine is minimal compared to what you about to hear. Stop it. What you mean your story is minimal? A story is a story. We love story time. Other than that, no, you still scared, India. You know what's up. You want to have a career. You don't want to get blackballed. You don't want to make none of Clive's friends pissed off. Meanwhile, Kelly Clarkson said what she had to say to his face. What are you holding back on? Know y'all rolling this game. See, y'all rollers, y'all gonna talk a lot, but y'all the most controlled. Now check this out, y'all. To show you nobody escapes. A lot of y'all already know this. I'm late on this one. I now find out what's been going on with Busta Rhymes. I'm now going to assume why Busta Rhymes had that lawsuit. Word is, it's been assumed that they've been the main ones putting out stuff on their self for clout, fame, and distractions. How many of y'all knew about all this stuff? How many of y'all knew that they've been on Busta Rhymes heels? And I'm showing Busta Rhymes in this case he didn't know. I saw a lot of stuff on Busta Rhymes, meaning I never knew Orlando Brown said stuff about Busta Rhymes. I never knew that. How was they able to keep that so quiet? Well, Busta Rhymes, it's a campaign on him, but guess what? He already knew that. This campaign started on Busta Rhymes last year. Then his lawsuit was an attempt to throw it off when the lawsuit alleged that him and a man got into an altercation or something like that, one of his workers. No. This man right here said Busta grabbed his hand out of nowhere walking down the street. This is why I be telling them. The videos they need to worry about, somehow they never see. This AI video somebody put together that I never saw. Some of y'all might have saw it. See what it's saying about, you see what Orlando Brown said, right? Now, I knew about what Orlando Brown said about Bow Wow. I knew he made allegations about the Diddler, but I never know what he said about Busta. And nobody never addressed Orlando Brown because this got covered up with something else. This got covered up. Yes, Orlando Brown even spoke on Busta. I had no, and what he said, it ain't nothing like I heard about the Diddler. But this is what I'm trying to show you. They all knew his campaigns on them. This guy is claiming, allegedly. Just read the screen. It's on the screen. So remember when I said, no, YouTube ain't trash. It's just you got to look for stuff, or there's a certain way stuff comes at you. And I was telling you, the stuff they don't want you to see, you ain't going to see it. Because I ain't going to lie, I never saw this. And I saw a couple things going at Busta. Yeah. So I'm just showing y'all. See? Wait, what big homie CC said? But oh, yeah. Super zesty. So I'm just showing you. It's campaigns on them, y'all. And it ain't going to stop. Because Busta Rhymes, his record deal was with Arista Records as well. So, if I'm not mistaken, his solo deal was. But it doesn't matter. He worked with the label anyway. So, this is what I'm saying, right? Remember when I said nobody going to escape? You can't escape the algorithm. It's all on here, y'all. So, let's go. Let's go. Let's go, y'all. Let's go. The circus of Keefy D. I don't know what's going on with this. I don't even care. But one thing that's crazy is that it's all tied together. They still talking about Biggie name. What label is Biggie signed to? All right. It's all this stuff going on at one time. Dwayne Davis attorney asked to exclude interviews and his tell-all book from Tupac trial as evidence. So his lawyer's trying to get it set up where they can't use none of his videos or the book against him. Prosecutors introduced evidence related to the unaliving of Christopher Wallace, a.k.a. Notorious Big. And I tell you, they got it set up where I'm all confused anyway. Pop, Big. Meaning, let's just go. Check this out. Davis' attorney said the defense still expects to be ready for trial on August 10th, but raised concerns about the timing and volume of newly disclosed records. These defense attorneys said about 4,000 pages were received the day before the hearing and that multiple people are reviewing the file. Davis is due back in court for another status check on Tuesday, June 30th. So here it go right here. I don't know what happened, but somebody dropped 4,000 pages on Keefe D ass. 4,000 pages were received the day before the hearing. I don't know what's going on. Meaning, I don't even know what it's about. I don't know if it's about big pie at this point. I don't even know. Here we got it. Prosecutor said Davis' disclosure of those details violated agreement. Meaning, this is two separate things in this story. Keefe D does not want his videos. Everything he did on YouTube, he don't want in the courtroom. He's trying to fight against that. He don't want his book being used. So here you got it right here. He has paved the way for them to be used as evidence in the trial. Prosecutors add that they are crucial in painting his role as the shot caller for the Southside Crips who ordered Shakur's unaliveness. Prosecutors added that they had introduced and turned over additional records related to the murder of Biggie. Here you got it. Somebody dropped 4,000 documents on Keefe D that got something to do with Biggie. There you got it. There's a lot of weird stuff going on. Now, y'all also know Lil C just got an Art of Dialogue. But here's the thing that's messy. I tell you, all this stuff is mixed and messed up now. Check this out. If you notice, this thing keep going around where Lil C's and Mason was chilling with people. This stuff keep coming up. See, this stuff keep coming up. And it's tied in with that zip stuff and all this other stuff. But I keep seeing this thing being painted about how Biggie and them was cool with certain people and Lil C's and them was hanging out. So that's why I say at this point it's all tangled up. But allegedly them documents got dropped, got something to do with Biggie. And at the same time, this is what I think. This is my opinion, what I think. I think Keefe D did have a certain agreement. But I think when he started running his mouth, he messed that agreement. He broke that agreement. And I think once he said and did certain things, he put himself in the hole. I think that's what he did. I think it, and he dug his own ditch. Now, this other thing I'm going to say about Keefe D, this the whole thing that's weird, right? 1 minute, Keefe D is this boss, Don. He's rich. He got the bricks. See, the game, okay. When Keefe D was the man, it was no such thing as being a dummy in that damn time as the man. Being a big-time dope dealer, you couldn't be stupid. So back then, he was this big figure. But now he's an idiot and a dummy. But I would say this, maybe he turned into an idiot and a dummy. But according to his status that they told me, and everybody said he was a shot caller and a baller. Nobody listened to, I know damn well in LA they wouldn't listen to no damn dummy. But he could have became dumb when he started running his mouth. Because what made him dumb is he could have had certain passes, but he could have started, meaning, okay, he might have had a deal, but then he started getting greedy and want to make all his money, and then he started messing that deal up. So that's why I say this goes so many different ways, but we ain't going to know till it's all over. All right? Because what's one thing we can say? We all might can agree on this. If he never would have did no interviews and wrote a book, maybe none of this would have never happened. We might can say that, can't we? It's a high possibility. I'm going to say if he didn't do none of this, it probably never happened. He'd have just been like every other person. You got your deal, go about your life, brother. So now Keefe D is my example of what I told you. When you've been in this game for a long time, you did a whole lot, you forget stuff, you come online and you start talking and doing too much, this internet will go against you. Meaning, if you're not squeaky clean, you really shouldn't be on here like that. So now how you know that? Now you're going to see Keefe D trying to make it where you can't use the internet against him in the court of law. Because he know the internet will cook his bacon. He gave confessions. In y'all mind, you were doing interviews. But in law enforcement, you were doing confessions. That's why I told you all those street tales, all these stories, those are confessions. He made confessions online, y'all, which means it's called self-incrimination. So right here, you got it. The defense attorney said about 4,000 pages were received the day before the hearing. And multiple people are reviewing the file, basically. So I know what's going on, man. August 10th is coming up. I know what's happening. It's a big event about to happen. Prosecutors say Davis' disclosure of those details violated the agreement. So he made it say right here. He violated the agreement. So now they're going to try to violate him. According to court documents, the hearing was intended to address multiple motions filed in the last month. Have been motions being filed against Keefe D. One of which involving Davis' attorney effort to exclude any evidence in Davis' previous police interviews and his tell-all book, Compton Street Legend. From the trial, he wanted to make it where they cannot use that book. Both include, meaning his interviews and the book, both include various confessions and claims from Davis that his attorneys argue was protected by a previous agreement with LAPD. See? That's the problem right there, y'all. He might have had an agreement, but that book and them interviews are the problem. Now, I will say this. He might have said, well, can I do some interviews and write a book? They might have said, that's on you. Or whatever. Whatever happened. My point is this, Keefe D, why would you do that? You did it. You did it to yourself. So here you got it. And I also think, man, hold up, y'all. This might be starting to come a little clear. Now, didn't they say that allegedly Keefe D was doing business with Zip? All I know is, man, they trying to put some stuff together on Keefe D and them. And I also been seeing, they also been trying to put a lot of blame on some of Biggie's friends. I've been seeing some stuff, meaning they've been trying to put this affiliation of Keefe D and Biggie and friends. Let's go. Mo Preem Shakur tells all Tupac, Diddy, and Biggie, and the chilling rumors that never. So what am I showing you? We're looking at how all these things going on concurrent at the same time. As Mo Preem, Tupac's brother, claims he come with the lawsuit, he wants everybody held accountable who he feels has something to do with stuff. As this going on, Keefe is in the court and the pressure's rising. I'm also going to say this. We have saw a lot of things happen on the East Coast. I think now it's the West Coast time. West Coast, y'all didn't have a big trial in a while since OJ and Mike. Y'all didn't have no shit. I think it's y'all turn, West Coast. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's some things going to happen, but you got it right here, man. Keefe D did it to himself. Now, let's go to this real quick. Things have been happening. A Spelman College professor was found unalive. Nobody knows what happened. Nobody knows what happened to him. A college professor. Let's move on. I'm just showing y'all this real quick. I'm not getting into it. Joy Reid calls Knicks boss James Dolan a plantation owner. She's also the same woman that said something about 4th of July. And I want y'all to just look at this with a clear mind. She's calling somebody a plantation owner, but what does she look like? We'll leave it at that, y'all. Another thing is, hopefully y'all understand in 2026, you're going to keep talking BLACK, but the louder you say that with blonde hair, you're making yourself look very strange now. We'll leave it at that. Oh, yeah, check this out. Here's the real news. AI to probably exceed the sum of all human intelligence in half a decade, 5 more years. So, this is funny stuff. You know, all y'all on these AI apps, don't worry, one day AI gonna be smarter than you. Yep. So he's telling y'all all straight up what a lot of us already know. Goodbye, humans. What it means is humans that don't have certain talents, trades, skills, goodbye. And in reality, I think it's going to be faster than half a decade. I'm going to give it the next 3. Every couple months is going to be major changes. How many of y'all apps been updating damn near every week? Your phone updating, apps update damn near every week. You know, everything is being sped up because of this AI. So he's telling you right here, it will probably exceed the sum of all human intelligence. Well, what else? What else we know for a fact? Humans are becoming something else upstairs. AI is getting smarter. If you don't believe nothing else, these are facts. Artificial intelligence is becoming smarter. Humans are becoming failing report cards. Period. It's only a few left that are still smart. But in reality, everybody is not smart. I'm not even talking about college degrees. I'm not even talking diplomas. I'm not talking GEDs. We talking about common sense. We talking about the ability to learn. We talking about muscle memory, memory muscle. We talking about all of that. Intelligence, y'all. Light. Everybody been in that darkness, they ain't got no more light. They don't got no more light. They can't catch up. These days I've been telling you, intelligence have went so fast forward. Some of y'all need 10 years plus to even catch up. Which means if you don't comprehend what's coming out of my mouth, if you don't comprehend what Elon's saying, you way behind. Because if you have been investing so much of your time into nothing on social media, you don't get this. Therefore, that's a fact. AI has already passed you. Meaning, it's already passed the percentage of humans, but what he's telling you, the more time go on, it's going to keep passing humans. But the humans that were already low level, they had already passed them. These are facts. See this AI video? Let me show you how easy it is. I've been on YouTube how many years doing videos? Somebody make AI video, 42,000 views, like it's nothing. Somebody do AI video, it gets more views than humans, like it's nothing. AI had already been winning. It's been winning on every level. AI makes more money than us already. Huh? AI makes more money than us already. It just does. So that's why I stay in my lane. Because I know what's up. This is when I told people, if you don't got a real fan base, if you don't got a real trade, if you don't got a lot of real nothing, if you're just a person living on limbo, freestyling in life, no AI gonna pass you. And the fact of AI passing us means we're gonna be way behind financially. Which means, y'all, you think it's bad now. The more time goes by, people will not be able to take care of themselves. The bigger your family is now, the more educated you got to be. The more you got to be smart with your resources. The more you got to be ahead. Hey, you might have dropped the ball. You got a lot of kids. You got to make sure they're going to be educated and smart. It's like back in the day. Remember, we had to go to school at 16, 15, summer school. Same thing they got to do. They don't do that, right? All right. They're not trained to go to work early. We had to learn that stuff. So the point is, if you're not ahead, you're already late. So you ask yourself if you agree with it. Jermaine Dupri says Clive Davis deserves a major tribute. But this the thing, y'all. Everybody don't feel the same way. I didn't see nobody praise him yet. Especially, I didn't see his own kind do it yet. I will be looking. No, Jermaine Dupri, he's your great-grandfather, and you should give him a tribute. And every last one of y'all, he made a star, gave money to. Y'all all should celebrate him. And then people to get clear what I said, he was one of the fathers of BT. He was the father. He was. So, Jermaine Dupri, I'm going to show you again. Every time you show your face, Jermaine Dupri, hear what they say about you. Hell, nah. These fools keep showing you what they really stand for. Telling you what they're saying. They go hard for industry people, but not their own people, nobody else. Not only that, Jermaine, you are an industry guy. The fact showed, Jermaine, that you didn't do nothing for nobody in Atlanta, and you've been using that black card, but Sorry. Dupree played crisscross. He played crisscross. So I'm going to say it again. If this is your family, Jermaine Dupri, how far do you think you're going to go? When you talk, who do you think you're talking to? Every year I see somebody going in on you over crisscross alone. Crisscross alone. What makes you think when you affiliate the Clive Davis, the Diddler, your history is little crisscross that ended up broke and bad? Bow Wow. You think you're going to get glory in the end, Jermaine Dupri? You're going to be sadly mistaken. Because how I look at this Clive Davis death is y'all have no more help. Y'all have no more protection. And I wanted to assume a lot of people are about to turn on y'all. And I know something else probably going to happen. Jermaine Dupri, those masters, those rights, those royalties, I'm pretty sure the vultures are now hungry. I'm pretty sure it's some vultures sitting up very high and they want some of that Clive Davis catalog. I'm pretty sure they rubbing their hands right now because he left a lot of assets behind. And I know one thing, Jermaine Dupri, you ain't safe, brother. You are not safe. I say that because you've been doing a lot of talking, being that you think Diddy locked up, and you think everybody else going to suffer except for you. And that's going to be your problem. The Atlanta gig is up. No, when you mention Atlanta now, you say Clive Davis. Y'all need to put a sign up downtown Atlanta. It wouldn't be no Atlanta music scene, period, if it wasn't for Clive Davis. It wouldn't even be a damn Future. L.A. Reid signed him. It went, who you think signed L.A. Reid and Babyface? TLC. Where that come from? Pebbles. When you, Left Eye. That come from him. The Brat. You still see them to this day, don't you? All right. So it's because of him. Goody Mob. Outkast. Big Boy. Andre 3000. Keep it going. That's because of him. Ludacris. That come from the same tree. Diddy and them. Def Jam. Everybody you see is going to come through Def Jam or Arista Records. What part you don't get? T.I. Arista Records. That's where he from. Basically. Got it? He is the father. This is what I want y'all to get. Now look at how they was talking all that blackity black talk. It was just talk. That's why I say that. It was just talk. See NDRE? It was just talk. Sell them whatever they believe in. I told you this in the other episode. They believe that conscious stuff in Atlanta, sell it to them. Even though they're going to be out there with Dr. York, that's going to get shut down. They're going to jail. They're going to be ruined down there. You'll see they haven't been the same since. Are y'all now willing to accept it was the music that destroyed Atlanta? Huh? Atlanta is being looked at as a city of low IQ now. But before, it was predicted to be the next Wakanda back then. Why? What do I know? They had the most college graduates graduating. They had the most successful corporate workers. And they were on the rise. But something happened. Ever since that Freaknik started coming out there, ever since all that rap started coming out there, Atlanta never became Wakanda. And before that, all their kids wasn't dying in Atlanta like that. No. A lot of that death, that was in New York, Chicago. But see, all that stuff came right to Atlanta. When it was all said and done, they had New York down there, Chicago, Detroit. They had everybody was in Atlanta. Problem is, everybody wasn't from there. You know what everybody did? Took a nice dump and left. And they got left with all the trash. Meanwhile, Clive Davis got whatever you need. You need some conscious music? Here you go, NDRE. I got it all for you. You see what I'm saying? You like that Southern rap? I got Outkast for you. You like that street stuff? Man, we got it all for you, New York. That's right. One thing NDRE said was the truth. When people talk about the music industry being so awful, it's the record label executives that do that. Now you see why somebody turned into an executive. And when that person turned to executive, somehow everybody ended up broke. Because the game of the executive is make sure they end up broke. Let me give you a clue. The executive plays almost the same role as when you go to the casino and the man that shuffles the deck at the blackjack table. His job ain't to make sure you win all the damn money. No. The guy at the crap table, his job ain't to make sure you win. His job to make sure the house win. So that's on you to win. Meanwhile, the industry is just like a casino, the same shit. You're going to get your little wins, but in the end, you're going to take a whole lot of losses. And that's why this game always ends with unsung. Because in the end, y'all ain't get it yet. They always end bad. Who else ended up bad on this label? Boys the Men. Boys the Men. So these are the things going to be coming out now. We all, you know what I'm saying? All those masters. Who got all that music? Where that music at? See, that's why I say it. The Howling Wolves is out now. That old Boys the Men catalog. See, now all those catalogs worth more money. Why? Commercials. More commercials out now. Movies. What's that? A lot of movies that come out reflect on this era. When a movie comes out and they go back to 2004 or it takes place in the 90s, they need that music. Now this music worth more money in this film stuff. But I know for a fact, man, they're going to be thirsty. But nobody knows where all the music at. The rights, masters, you know what I'm saying? We don't know that yet, but I'm pretty sure they want it. But yes, I didn't know NDRE and Boys the Men. It made it worse for them because they was broke, y'all. I couldn't believe they were trying to get laws passed. And we all know how they hit songs was. They hits to this day. No, they left empty. Do you now see the pattern where the Philly artist always ends up broke? You got proof now. Boys, the Men, Benny, Sigel. Got it? Meek Mill, he ain't broke yet because Meek Mill he got new money. But this is the thing right here, though, y'all. You're not a real Jay-Z fan if you don't buy that collection. So the collection has been re-released. 13 albums, $1,500, come with a case, poster, stuff like that. Some people saying they already got it. Also, for those who got their money right, they got the merch. The Yankees and Jay-Z did a merger. I want to bet them. I wonder how much them jackets cost. But like I said, if you're a real Jay-Z fan, then you go. If you're not a super Jay-Z fan, you can't walk around with a jacket say Jay-Z on it. See what I'm saying? See right here on the arm, say reasonable doubt. You got to be a real Jay-Z fan for that. Or if you a real hip-hop connoisseur and you a Jay-Z fan, this is a jacket you got to get to hang up or put in a case or something. But yeah, we're going to see now all that Jay-Z talk. Let's see if Hov going to give Joe Budden a jacket to wear in Charlemagne. Let's see. That jacket right there go hard. But I got one more question for some of y'all, especially you militant ones. You guys that believe in your conscience and all that. You see that American flag on that jacket? Do you really think Hov was against the flag now? What you think? That jacket goes hard. That jacket price, I'm going to bet it's over 1,000. I'm going to say it's about 1,500, 1,015. The lowest I'm going to say it is about 800. But if you are a Yankee fan, you a Jay-Z fan, that's a hell of a jacket. It's what it is. The thing is, are you going to buy one? So as of now, fans, all Jay-Z fans, you on blast today. If you ain't buy no tickets, you ain't got no case, you ain't got nothing else, you will forever be labeled as a Jay-Z public defender. That's all you are. You ain't a fan, you's a public defender. All right? But we also know what? Hip-hop fans are broke. Not all of them, just some of them. So we know in the hood, we might not see this coat. All right? In the urban community, we might not see none of this merch. Got it? We ain't going to see it. What's up, LJ? There you got it, New York. You see where we at now? Damn. You mean to tell me all this stuff come out with New York bad, doing bad? Meaning, bro, you was a Jay-Z fan your whole life. Now you so broke, you can't afford the jacket. Damn, bro. You can't afford a Jay-Z ticket or the coat. Meanwhile, you've been worshiping Hov your whole life, and you still ain't making out of Marcy yet? Damn, brother. Yup, it's the truth, though. So now he got it set right. You can buy the jacket, go to the game. Oh, you ain't got to afford the jacket. He got the shirts, too, for you. Let's go. Bro, you always wanted to be down with the Rock. Here's your chance. All right? You was never going to get no Rock no rock chain. But if you get that baseball shirt, you be down with the rock, fool. There you go right there. Now, if you're a Jay-Z rock fan, that shirt, that baseball jersey, that shit, it go hard. It is hard. It looks like high quality. But now, Jay-Z fans, don't keep talking to us. Buy the merch. And prove me right. That they talk hip-hop all day, but they don't support hip-hop for real. Actually, they don't support nothing, you know what. They just talk. Got it, y'all? So buy it. Don't keep talking to me. The problem is, Jay, I think a lot of dudes that look up to you as drug dealers, I think a lot of them in jail. They can't afford it, bro. Meanwhile, everybody else that talk rap all day, they don't got no money, ho. So I don't know. I know this for your rich, the rich people gonna buy it, but your other fans that be on TikTok and the gram and all that, I don't think they can afford that shit, ho. You know what I'm saying? So there you got it, man. Put up or shut up. If you ain't gonna buy it, might as well be quiet. Don't never say Jay-Z name again. Just be quiet. Because he put it out there for you to get. But other than that, we're going to get out of here. We're going to get out of here. And I got to keep it real. They say 2 albums are missing. Because people like those albums too. People like those albums too. And hey, they was club bangers, right? All right. So this guy right here got his. He ain't playing with you. He got his right there. You see it in the back, right? He said $1,500. I got Jay-Z in the house. I don't got to pay it. I got it already. But like I said earlier, this made the catalog go up now. So if you're a person that already owned the catalog, it's shit worth money. It is. He got it. It's right there for you. So this also is a smack in the face to hip-hop. Guys, y'all don't have none of your artifacts left. Y'all had the greatest music in the world. Now you ain't got no CDs. You talking about rappers ain't got no masters. Fool, you ain't got no masters. You ain't got no physical copies. Don't keep talking about rappers ain't got no publishing and man. You ain't even got not one record. You ain't got one CD. You ain't got one tape. Guess what? That rap game was all in your head. It never happened. You ain't even got no proof. Got it? No, this is how the culture gonna disappear in the end, y'all. I told y'all hip-hop museum means it's over. But you don't got no artifacts. Meanwhile, everybody got a piece of hip-hop culture. What do you got? That's the question you ask. You ain't even got a pair of shell-top Adidas in the house. You ain't even got a damn Adidas, so you ain't got nothing rap. So like I said, I talk shit all day. But yes, hip-hop was my culture. And I still got hip-hop artifacts, fool. That's right. So other than that, we're going to get out of here. On that note, y'all enjoy y'all day. It's not too much going on, but y'all look forward to some more Clive Davis stories coming out because they all going to start talking again. And as of now, I have not seen nothing good. They're going back into all that Whitney's. The main thing I'm seeing, I saw it on national TV. They talking about that Clive Davis party where Whitney was found in that tub. That's the real topic of the day. Yes. The other topic also is Phyllis Hyman had beef with Clive in 95, and she passed after that. But not only that, it's like this. He was having smoke with her throughout her career. That's when he went and got Whitney. But years later, in 95, she passed. But you looking at one of the first that I know about, she one of the first woman in that industry with her own label. So you look at Cardi today, she ain't got no record label. You know what I'm saying? We can look at all of them, they don't got no record label. You can look at the Queen, she ain't got no record label. She had one. So now you see, we look today, you ain't even got no woman left, period. You ain't even got no video vixens left. Ain't nothing left. So now I'm saying that these are the things they talking about that I didn't know about. How she had smoke. So while Jermaine Dupri is praising Clive, other people talking about what he was. See, right here. Clive Davis controversies have people questioning. 2 things I can tell you for a fact they talking about. Phyllis Hyman and Whitney in that tub. So I told them they're not going to get no rest and no peace. And I'm going to tell Brandy again, Brandy, if you don't think they're going to come for you, you better just get ready. And rayj, you better protect your sister because they coming. They're coming. They're coming, y'all. It's already out there. This shit was on TV yesterday. TV, I'm talking about entertainment news tonight. It's in, the articles circulating online. Yes, they going into that hotel party, y'all. So guess what? Now it's going to bring up everybody that was at their hotel party that night. It's going all this stuff just keep opening up worms. That's all it's doing. Meanwhile, look at all this stuff in one hand. Diddy still in prison. Record label. Clyde passed away. Biggie Small name still coming up. It's all this mess. It's to me like a big ass slop fest. But when it's all said and done, I think everybody's gonna be shamed one way or another. One way, that's just what I think, man. So on that note, we're gonna get out of here for sure. Y'all enjoy y'all day, and we're gonna take it down. Well, I'm gonna take it down. And I'll holler at y'all later. Appreciate y'all for coming through. What's up, Levin, Fatima? Shout out to the new people. What's up, Dramatic? What's up, Uncle Diggity? Shout out to everybody that been tapping in consistently and everybody that's in tune. He didn't get Whitney. She was from a world famous family. He found her. Stop always trying to debate in the goddamn chat. Y'all get on my nerves with that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm from this life, all right? He discovered her ass. Don't mean he created her, y'all. When y'all gonna use y'all fucking brain? Somebody can make music in the house, but that don't get you no goddamn money till you get a deal. So knock it off with y'all. Knock it off with all y'all online education, all right? We out.